Hello, I'm Jessica Amir for the Finance News Network. Joining me from Volpara Health Technologies is CEO Dr. Ralph Highnam. Ralph, welcome back.
Hi Jessica, very good to be here.
So for investors that don't know, you provide breast cancer screening software. Just give us a quick introduction.
Jessica, over 500,000 women this year are going to die of breast cancer. It's been my mission since my days at the University of Oxford to really help reduce mortality by improving breast cancer screening. Our software is now in use in 36 countries around the world, and we've got over 1 million women in the US now under subscription. And it's really pleasing to see that we're improving patient care when women go for screening and improving the profitability and cost effectiveness of sites doing breast cancer screening. And that's really led into an appreciation, I think, of the value our customers bring in, or our companies bring to the customers, and that's really reflected in the share price, but also the annual recurring revenue, which has just hit $3.6 million for the last financial year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now to the rollout in the US. When we spoke last year, it was really gaining a lot of traction. So how's it going now?
Yeah, in the first year of launching, we got 14 customers onto our software as a service platform, Volpara Enterprise. Over the last year, we picked up another 43 to bring it to a 57 total. So yeah, very, very significant ramp up to that 3.6 million annual recurring revenue. We're now really starting to ramp that team up in the US, and our aim is to move from 3.2% of US women up towards 9% over the next financial year.
And Ralph, can you just remind our audience what you're actually doing and what breast density is?
The core AI algorithms at the heart of what we do generate a series of objective measurements from your standard breast x-rays, such as breast density, breast compression, and overall quality of the image. If you've just got one of those, breast density is a very well-known risk factor now for risk of developing cancer and risk of missing cancer. But also it's quite normal out there in the population, so between 40 to 50% of the population here in Australia will actually have what they call dense breast tissue.
And how many women have breast dense tissue and what leads to it?
Yeah, between 40 to 50% of the women of screening age in Australia will have dense breast tissue. The amount of breast dense tissue is linked to genetics, family history, and a whole range of other factors. And the only way of really establishing it accurately is to have an X-ray and to have that assessed by our software.
So what are the clinical issues with high breast density?
So high breast density is linked to the higher risk of developing cancer, but also higher risk of masking a breast tumour if it is in the X-ray.
So Ralph, why is your software needed and what other measures can it determine?
Yeah, measurement of breast density, you can do it by eye, and a whole stream of these other things you can do by eye, but each measurement, even by an expert, is very, very subjective and time consuming. So our software automates it and makes it objective and therefore more accurate and more consistent over time.
And what's really come out of the US FDA Equipped initiative?
Yeah, about a year ago the FDA decided that breast positioning, the way the breast is positioned on an imaging plate, was the most important part of the quality control for a breast x-ray. And they asked all imaging sites across the US to start recording that positioning and starting to look to ways to improve it. And our software, Volpara Enterprise, is the only solution out there at the moment which really objectively, automatically does all the measurements for breast positioning and then suggests ways in which the technologists can improve what they're doing.
Now to finances and strategy, just give us a quick update.
At the end of FY18, we got annual recurring revenue of just over $3.5 million, which was a big jump up on the previous year. The strategy for this year, we want to drive that number up towards 9 million annual recurring revenue, and we're going to do that by really attacking the US, by starting to target certain countries in Asia, but also by starting to raise the price per woman that we've been achieving by developing new products and bringing those through to market.
Great. Last but not least, why should investors consider adding Volpara Health Technologies to their portfolio?
We have a massive opportunity ahead of us, and I think that's been really reflected now in the share price and where we're going with the share price and overall company valuation. We've got real traction in the US, real first mover advantage, there's significant barriers to entry, we've got a great sales visibility ahead of us. But also, very importantly as well, we've got enough firepower after the capital raise with 20 million we've just completed to really go on and complete our mission.
Wonderful. Dr. Ralph Highnam, thank you so much.
Cool, thank you.